Pues es que empezó hoy y va a estar hasta el 12 el Festival Barenboim, acá en Buenos Aires. El otro día estuvo con nosotros Daniel Barenboim en la radio. Era la primera vez que iba a una radio en Argentina. Tuvimos una charla con él de una hora muy linda realmente. Bueno, Barenboim es uno de los directores de orquesta más importantes del mundo, es argentino. Está acá tocando en un festival que lleva su nombre. Va a tocar con Bart Argerich, va a ser un dúo de pianos. Va a tocar con Lelutier también. Va a tener una charla con Felipe González. Esto es del 13 al 12 en el Colón y el 10 toca gratis en el Puente Alsina. Ahí todo el mundo que quiera verlo puede hacerlo ahí. En el año 99, Barenboim y su amigo, el filósofo intelectual palestino Edward Said, se propusieron fundar una orquesta de jóvenes palestinos e israelíes. Y esto adquiere un doble valor hoy, porque con la locura que está pasando en Medio Oriente en estos días, ¿no? Hay ahí israelíes, palestinos y músicos de Jordania, de Egipto y de Siria. Se llama la West Eastern Divan Orchestra y esta semana está tocando acá en Buenos Aires. Y lo que vamos a ver, y cerramos el programa con eso, es parte de un documental que se llama Knowledge is the Beginning, o sea, el conocimiento es el principio, que cuenta la historia de la divan, de la orquesta divan, desde la formación hasta un concierto que dio en la ciudad de Ramallah, en Cisjordania, cuando era peligroso dar realmente un concierto ahí. Le agradecemos a la Fundación Barenboim Said que nos permitió pasar un fragmento y nos vamos con eso, míralo.
We are talking about 763 checkpoints and barriers. And it is impossible. A trip that would usually take 45 minutes now would take about 9 hours to Hebron. And you have to change the car sometimes as much as 11 times. I don't think many Israelis know that, do they?
No. The Israelis have a total ignorance of what life is here, what it all is.
So how can we find a way to have them know?
There is a complete and total ignorance, I think, on both sides.
It's terrible. Because knowledge is the beginning.
I think that the only hope is that contacts are created with people on both sides who are unhappy with the way things are now and the way things are going, and try and find a common ground. So when it started, and when Edward and I started it, it was a total experiment. And it was very difficult because there's no relations between Syria and Israel. There were no relations between Lebanon and Israel. Cold peace between Israel and Egypt. And it was one had to be careful, not careful in the sense that something terrible might happen, but careful in the sense to see, curious and careful.
It's a very unique event. I don't think there has been such an event before, not to my knowledge. And for me personally, it was important to get to know individually people from countries I have no access to, such as Syria, for example, simply because there is no contact between the countries. I mean, if you want to call somebody, you can't, It's pretty hard to perceive, but it's true.
I was the youngest in '99, and still, as a 10-year-old, I was pretty naive. Israelis to me were something that's not human even. This is how I perceived it as a young boy, and it's something that isn't to be dealt with, something that should be isolated, because the only side we saw in Jordan is that of killing, of massacring even, of extreme brutality. That's the only thing I saw of Israelis. And for me to actually meet people with the same interests as me and lead relatively similar lives, it changed my view of what a human being is almost.
Bravo. Bravo. But that's enough, accelerando, huh?
No, okay.
One of the things that touched me the most was a young girl who came, and then I asked, are you happy? You want me to come back? Oh, yes, I'm very glad and very happy you came. And I said, why? And she said to me, you are the first thing, I remember the word, you are the first thing that comes from Israel that I see that is not a soldier or a tank. You know? For that, it's worth going there.
I want to perform in all the Middle East countries. And I hope the people can accept this. I mean, some people can really give us a chance to go and show them how we are very succeeded more than governments. For example, I have my friend, her name is Ayelet Capello, plays the viola. We just were talking together last year, and we found out that my father and her father were in the same war against each other. Can you believe this? And we are just more than brother and sister right now.
You know, after all, it's possible to make an orchestra in Israel alone. It exists. It's possible to make an orchestra in every Arab country. It exists. But somehow, when all of you come together, one side almost enhances the other. And this is, for me, the beauty of this project. And I hope you will go back to your studies and your work, wherever you are, and keep all of this, what we lived through this summer, in mind. Because in the end, nobody who has been through this Diwan remains the same. It has really changed the life of everybody that has been here in some small ways, other in large ways. Thank you very much.